All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for more Tom Segura. I saw a racial fight. This brother. I always like to see where he goes with his titles, man. Because this brother, it's like his body language and his facial expressions that he be making, man. It's kind of like nonchalant, but it's funny as hell. But hey, we're going to check this out. Again, if you're new here, I have to shrink these videos. I have to put them in a small box in order for them to stay up. So if you're watching in a small box, it's because the video was blocked, all right? Shrinking it makes it stay up. So we ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
I saw a racial fight recently, which is terrible, but I watched it. How are you not going to watch? You're going to watch every fight, you know? Fights have that weird quality. Fights are kind of like hand jobs, and that, like, you don't really want one, but you're like, well, let's see where it goes, you know? Like, will you give it a kiss? No? All right. So, yeah. I had to take a shot. So,
my advice to people, don't stand up and watch fights, because you never know. I've been in many situations. Because growing up in L.A., people start fighting, and next thing you know, guns come out. Because everybody don't know how to fight. Everybody don't know how to fight, so some people go to that weapon, or then some people try to intervene, and you never know where the fight started or the argument started. Because there's a lot of times another car will pull up. You just never know. Some people drive off crazy, end up running into your car. Keep your distance, people. Keep your distance.
Will you give it a kiss? No? All right. So, yeah. Had to take a shot. So, I'm in Philadelphia, walking through the park in the middle of the day. Beautiful day in Philly, beautiful park. I'm walking through this park, and as I'm walking through it, I see a white guy. And he yells across the park to a black guy. He calls him a nerd. And when you hear that and you're in public, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. That's your first thought. And then another black guy, I don't know if he lived in the bushes, but
came out of nowhere.
He popped out of the bushes. Like, if this is a bush right here, I just saw a black guy go, no. Not in my park, No. But it's like, no one else saw that guy. Only I was like, oh my God, I see that guy! Like that. And it became my own personal movie. I watched him line up like the honey badger. He was like, that one? All right. And he sprinted across the park, and he tackled the white guy. So instinctively, I just went, get him!
Instigating.
But it took me a second to realize I'm the only other white guy in the park. Yeah, so like 10 black people turned, and I went, no! Him. Our him.
Our him.
And they were like, what? And I was like, I'm out. That's what.
Get out of there, Tom.
And then they killed that white guy. And for the record, I don't give a fuck if they did. You know why? There is no such thing as white guy loyalty, okay? I mean, there is, but those guys are obvious as they hold torches. But the rest of us... The rest of us are not having that shit. And let me tell you something, man. I'm jealous of interracial loyalty, because I see it. You know, if you're white, you see it with other races. Asians, you see it with black people for sure. What I'm talking about, there could be a dangerous situation. Let's say it's a fight, and there's a black guy in that fight. And then another black guy that doesn't know him will go, I'm going to involve myself. Just on account of us being of the same race.
Off a GP.
At our core, we are brothers. I see that, and I'm like, wow. Because when you're white and you're in that situation, you're like, fuck that guy. I don't know that guy. Do whatever you want to him. I don't give a shit. Let you do something like that guy in the park and then look at me like, hey man, are you gonna help out? You should know something. You're about to get murdered, okay? I will fucking take pictures as you're beaten and upload them, hashtag honky, hashtag dead honky, fuck you cracker, I'm out of here. Now.
Damn. Hey. That's what I was talking about. I said, you don't know sometimes how fights start, and don't let another car pull up. I've seen that so many times. So many times. Especially in LA, man. It can get really dangerous, especially when someone wants to pull out a weapon because, like I said, everybody don't know how to fight. A lot of people do be having guns. Like Bill Burr said, they ain't registered, but they have them. But what he's saying is like if someone yells that out and someone feels like disrespected to that point, they'll go and jump somebody for sure. But this brother, Tom, is hilarious, man. Dealing with a little sinus infection, y'all. Please forgive me. But yeah, we're gonna stop the video right there. I gotta go take some medicine. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If so, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.